I just don't understand why people is surprised that Derrick Jaxn cheating on his wife. I mean, honey child, if you had any kind of anything believer that has to do with discernment, you would have known he was a wolf in sheep's clothing, girl. I try to tell y'all that. I don't listen to him, honey, because I already knew. Wolf, woo! What does the wolf say? Wolf, wolf in sheep's clothing. I have always said I don't like him. He's a wolf. Something ain't right about him. And God has always dealt with me with that, with him, with people like that. Eddie Long, wouldn't go listen. John Gray, when y'all was going over John Gray, I said, girl, no. Him, another preacher that died in the hotel in New York. Some people was running over New York to say, I said, no, man, the Holy Spirit let me know he ain't right. The same thing with this little Jackson. And let me this. He had the girl pregnant and wasn't even married to the girl. And then the ladies started making a big fuss, honey. And then he went ahead and married the girl. And now he cheating on the wife, saying the kitty cat is no good. And he was always cheating on the girl. And so many of you women are disappointed. But I'm like, well, you was listening to somebody who you only wanted to hear what you want to hear. You don't want to listen to anybody who challenge your mindset. And so you all you was eating is candy. You know what my daddy say? You got to give the babies some veggies, but they might not want it. But honey, let me tell you, if all you're eating is candy, you're gonna get sick and you gonna vomit. And so I am not shocked, and neither am I surprised. What I am shocked and surprised, and I post this on my YouTube, on my Facebook page, is you're screwing the mistress in your marriage bed. See, to me, that's a whole other level of disrespect, girl, in the marriage bed. And I don't, when married, because marriage is honorable in the sight of God, and when couples, when it comes to marriage and cheating and stuff, I try to tread lightly, right? Because like my daddy says, you never know what you will do when you're in that situation. And my doctor, tell what my doctor said. It should be my doctor till 16. She said, don't think because you're married now you shouldn't continue to get your blood test. Because, I will go every year. Hit me up, doctor, test it. Because, back then, they would say the STD stayed in your blood for 10 years or whatever. And every year, right there, oh, you don't have to. No, test me for everything. Plus, my insurance says I could get it. Pay the insurance. I pay my insurance and test me. And so she said, don't think because you're married now you should stop getting your blowover. She said, you don't know how many women and Christian women that come in my office and I have to tell them, ma'am, you have HIV. And they will swear heaven and earth that their husband was not doing anything. And she said, let me tell you something, girl. I'm married. My husband travels all over the world. She said, unless you are with your husband 24/7, you do not know what he's doing and you cannot say what he's doing. And I said, that makes so much sense. Why didn't I think about that? It is true. Unless you are with your husband 24/7, you cannot say what he's doing and what he's not doing. You can hope and pray and believe God he's acting right. But unless you're with him 24/7, you don't know. And I said that made so much sense. And then my dad also said, as a minister, I took my teacher shirt on. When it comes to adultery in marriage, tread lightly. And so I'm never going to laugh or whatever, but I think it's good for us to have a discussion, especially when a married man is screwing mistresses in his marriage bed. And so I have this article I'm going to read, and I'm going to try my very best to come on back later, and we're going to do a chat about it. Remember, I want to thank you for your love and support with my books. Moments of Gratitude new is available on Amazon. My new other book is coming out soon. I read it all. I took a break from it. I'm going to go back and maybe kind of review it this week, send it to my formatter, and that should be up. My other series, In Christ I Am, is also available, 23, The Naked Wife. We're going to talk about this later because he was with the woman 14 years before, and he married her at year 10, and God had the woman pregnant before he married her, but he was preaching to y'all, telling y'all the bull crap that he was doing, and y'all was eating it up like fools, okay? And then 23 types of guys, you mind me, I could tell y'all about Derrick Jaxn because I know that spirit. Okay, and that's why a lot of these people y'all listen to, I don't listen to them because I already know. I know once somebody y'all love him. Janice, listen to so and so. No, man. After he's saved, the man don't have no job, take care of him. If he ain't got no pants, buy him some pants. He don't got nowhere to live, let him move in with you. But y'all swear to heaven and earth that this man is telling y'all the truth, and I'm like, y'all foolish. But anyways, let me go ahead and read this because I got to go get the kids ready for school. Derrick Jaxn aired out after having an affair on his wife of 4 years. And then girl Tasha K, give a shout out to Tasha K, honey. I'm going to anoint Sister Tasha K later as the evangelist, okay? I'm going to bring my oil and everything. And says she has spoken to another lady 2 years ago who is a doctor who got pregnant for Derrick, and he forced her to you know what, you know that other word that starts in the alphabet, the first letter after the alphabet. Okay, and so this is let me give a shout. Black Enterprise, is this what it says? So this credit is to Black Enterprise. And Derrick Jaxn aired out after having an affair with the devil. A popular social media relationship expert and author who happens to be married has been exposed as an adulterer by a Ghanaian, Dominican, and Portuguese woman. Jesus. He is said to have known for 10 years. She dished all, they've known each other for 10 years. She dished all the dirt out and the alleged affair. And this is my thing. There's certain people that can't give me no advice. Another thing, this young boy in his 20s, what the hell is he telling you, excuse the language, about relationship, about marriage and stuff? He was just telling y'all what y'all want to hear, and y'all want to eat it up. Because my thing, when it comes to marriage, honey, I need to see what you've been doing with your life. Okay, when I got married, people wanted me to start teaching marriage classes. I said, I don't think so. It's going to be at least 5 years because I got to make sure I sit in this thing. Do you understand? I sit in this thing. How you going to train about me? I know people got married last week and they're having marriage conferences this week, like Amani and Woody. You just got married. What kind of marriage conference you doing? Okay, moving along. According to Sister, Candice D. Medeiros exposed her affair with Derrick Jaxn during an interview with the popular vlogger Tasha K on Friday. Demarius claimed Jaxn told her he was separated from his wife of 4 years. 4 years, you're separated already. But you're teaching people about marriage. Last July, the millionaire playboy planned a Miami getaway with Demarius, where he lavished the young woman with the dine-in and money. The publication report. Another thing, ladies, listen. If he's separated, he's still married. Okay. After the trip, Jax brought the woman to Atlanta to stay in the home he shares with his wife and kids. Demarius said in the interview that she saw what appeared to be moving boxes and assumed that his story was true. His family was in Colorado visiting the in-laws. The mistress provided receipts of her meetups with the philanderer, including a cozy shot taken from the bed he shared with his wife in their Atlanta home, yo. Like Lou Christie said, yo, how low of an animal and disrespectful can you be to bring a woman and screw her in your bed that you share with your wife? To me, that is the low. I hope to God she divorces his raggedy ass. Excuse my language. Not only did you cheat and has been cheating on me, but you gonna screw her in my bed? Let me tell y'all. I stopped talking to somebody, a close family member, because that heifer came up in here and sat her big ass in my married bed. Honey, I'm from the islands. You don't sit on people's bed. Okay? And if you go to somebody's house and they say, Sister Janice, sit down, you sit like this on the bed. It's just something we don't do. You don't be sitting on people's bed, honey. Don't sit on my bed. Girl, and I went upstairs and she was sitting in the middle of my marriage. We had just gotten married, just moved in the house, just got the furniture. Heifer was in my bed. Child, let me tell you. I had my engagement ring on. Ooh, I was boiling. And that was one of the reasons why I cut this person off. No, you don't do that. No, you don't do no mess like that. But I don't play with my marriage, babe. Okay. Don't do it, girl. Dr. D. Medeiros had sent her. Lord, who wrote this article? I know there's one or two errors, but come on now. Said he sent her 1,000 during the short affair. The candid interview with Jaxn brazen hypocritical behavior took social media by storm. Somebody, Isaac, says, when I saw Derrick Jaxn, the black male relationship guru, trending for cheating on his wife numerous times. This person was shocked. Her Peace and Headache says, so y'all mean to tell me that the whole time when Derrick Jaxn was making videos in his car, he was either about to go cheat or just got down and cheating. Jessica says, not Derrick Jaxn cheating on his wife for years with his whole healthy relationship platform. Men will always amaze me. Another thing, and I learned this from my father. Whatever your gift is in, you're going to be tested in that. And this is why, as ministers, my father would have you. We had to go through ministerial training for 3 years. And you start cleaning the toilets, sweeping they don't do that these days. Cleaning the toilets, sweeping the floor, coming to shutting meetings, doing street service, because see, he want to get that pride out of you. Okay, you have to learn to sit, and you have to go to Sunday school and Bible studies, and you sit and you learn and you kill that pride. And so the pastor said, whatever your calling and anointing is in, you're going to be tested. And so for those people like this young boy out here teaching about marriage, guess what? You're going to be tested in your marriage. And in that area, you're going to have women coming up to you, but he never disciplined that. This is why I am not for young boys getting married. They're not ready. And like my daddy said, they need to get the dog out. And so Good Music say, you're telling me Derrick Jaxn cheated on his wife for years? The king of simps cheated, and who wrote books for women on how they should be treated. A Doran says, bro, if this Derrick Jaxn news turns out to be true, he's going to ascend into his final form and untouchable. Okay, the Real Skinny Chef says, Derrick Jaxn has a whole wife of 4 years, but majority of people didn't know that. Right. Nobody knew that. He never posted her. He married her when they came out. The girl was pregnant, and he wasn't married to her. And the woman, how you trying to tell us? And you got your girlfriend pregnant, you don't marry her. Never posted her on his social media. Nothing. Talk about secrecy. Now, honey, this is social media. We all post our family and our friends. Whole time he dishing out relationship advice to millions of women around the world. Ladies, don't fall for it. I'm a private person, BS. There's a difference between private and kept hidden. Right. And the wife is looking all homely. When you compare her to the girls he cheat with. And listen, I'm all for what you want now. I'm all for what you want. And at the same time talking about God and church. Here's a wolf in she's full of charlatan. Kennedy said, now that I think about it, it totally makes sense that Derrick Jaxn does every video in his car. He know well he couldn't be in the house lying like that in front of his wife. But I'm sure she'll listen to him. Jaxn became a social media relationship expert because his platform was based on having healthy relationships, being honest, and loving black women. He has written best-selling books and has an enormous following. And he went for Kevin Samuels too. See, the difference between Kevin Samuels and Derrick Jaxn is Derrick Jaxn feed your candy, y'all eat it up. You don't want nobody to say you need to fix this, do this, and do that. You want to have 55 kids and marry Prince Harry. And how many of you know that probably is not going to happen? And Kevin Samuels telling you over here that, listen, men who make money, 6 figures men, they have requirements. Stop having all these kids you're having, and because you might not be able to attract the type of man you want to attract. You can't look like Shanae and attract Obama, okay? Obamas don't marry Shanae. But anyways, girl, I have to run. I need to go get my kids ready for a virtual school. I love you. I'm going to try to come on later, and we just gonna talk about it. Again, I tread as a married woman and as a minister of the gospel. I do tread lightly when it comes to adultery. Even with John Gray, I tried my very best just to tread lightly And the avenue I took with the John Gray was what the wife said. She birthed him. That's your son, ma'am. You don't birth your husband. Okay. And so I do try to tread lightly because I am a married woman. Okay. And God, ooh, child. Ooh, like my doctor say, unless you're with him 24/7, you don't know what he's doing. But I just pray and believe God, honey, because you know, I'm gonna be do a video. You're like, did you move? Did you move? I told my husband that I don't know what he did. I said, you know what? You gonna come home one day. I'm gonna be gone. He said, you gonna leave her beautiful home? That don't make no sense. It was a joke. We were joking around. But I do try to tread lightly because I am a married woman, okay? And but we gonna talk about all this stuff, the whole marriage screw, and the woman in the marriage bed, girl. That my spirit is boiling. But anyways, I gotta go. Love you. Be sure to watch my video on Meghan and Harry. Love you. My books, Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. Amazon. I'm about to go wake my kids up so they could get ready for program. Love you. Bye.